This article in The Athletic, 30 sources. Many had to be anonymous. They didn't want to get whacked. They're on the staff. 30 sources. Paints a picture.
Wait a second. Did I talk about one source that wasn't anonymous? Because I didn't. There wasn't one source in that article that had a name credited to a comment. So I'm not sure why he's saying most of them. I didn't see not one person was named as a source, not one.
So that Aaron Rodgers is very much the same thing. Aaron wants to win on his terms, but it's secondary to Aaron being comfortable. Here we go. The article points out 30 sources. It is a team with an ill-equipped offensive coordinator, Nat Hackett, an excuse-making, paranoid head coach, and an organizational tunnel vision on a quarterback that rubbed many teammates the wrong way. It's such...
You see the difference between Cowherd, the way he said it, and the way I said it? The way Cowherd is saying it is he's believing every single word.
An effing mess, said one coach. Something has to change. Here's the really interesting part to me. Rodgers and Nat Hackett's relationship, this is something I've been told, is more frat bro than player coach. And Rodgers Aaron appreciates the free will to sort of operate the system as he sees fit.
Yeah.
During camp, New York's defensive line's excellent, outplayed him in practice every day. One coach on the staff said it was concerning how little urgency Hackett and his staff showed in trying to fix it. He'd never seen a team watch less practice tape in training camp than the Jets' offense did with Hackett.
And again, remember what I said. Hackett, Rodgers were together before, okay? Had success before in Green Bay. You can say what you want about what his role was, but it was obviously very important, tied to Rodgers and what they did. But they were together before, knew what worked, what didn't work, and did it again with the Jets. Apparently, they must have done it again. Again, I'm not even saying this is only if you believe this coach. Okay? This is only if you believe this source coach. So whatever they did before and they're doing now, in the preseason, mind you, training camp, the season has not started yet. Okay? So whatever they had done before, and who is this coach? What's his resume? What winning team did this source coach come from? Does this coach, did he come from some Super Bowl winning organization? Does he have Super Bowl experience? Does he have experience over the most part with coaching in organizations that have had an unbelievable amount of success, that he knows how to compare that success and what kind of film study and et cetera that was done at that point in time to what was being done with Hackett and Rodgers? We don't know. We don't know who this coach is. We got no idea. He's not telling us. Okay? So I'm just supposed to, this source coach, he must really, man, I'm with that guy. I'm with that source guy. Not only am I with that source guy because, hey, I'm just with the source guy, but he must know more than Hackett and Rodgers. He must know more than a Hall of Fame head coach, a Hall of Fame quarterback. He must know more about how a Hall of Fame quarterback and an offensive assistant had a lot of success together in another organization. And, hey, he knows better than they do.
Aaron was new there. They had all these new pieces. During games, Hackett struggled to make adjustments against the Cowboys week 2.
We all know that.
Dwayne Brown needed help blocking Micah Parsons.
We know
Cowboys
this.
Crushed the Jets in to oversee it. There is no confidence that Hackett has the ability by himself to run the offense.
Zero. I could say that. Every Jet fan can say that. Not one Jet fan doesn't feel that way. Why is this a big deal in the story? We all know that. And by the way, frat brother, did you get a chance to watch, if you're a Jet fan, like me, like most of you guys watching, you know who Nathaniel Hackett is. You know where this guy's coming from. You heard it from Zach. You heard it from Aaron. You saw it for yourself. That's what Hackett is. He's not a mastermind. Hackett is a guy that, because of his dad, he knows how to run an offense. He knows how to put an offense together. He knows how to call an offense, whether you want to say it's good or bad. The fact is, he knows this stuff. It's just, it's inbred in him, okay? But his personality, okay, is basically just one of a buddy. That's his personality. And there are some quarterbacks, there are some people that like that, need it. And Aaron Rodgers is one of them. And why? Because Aaron Rodgers is smarter than Nathaniel Hackett. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. So Aaron's like, hey, man, I like this offense. It works for me. I can run it. I know what makes this offense work. So, yeah, Nate, just come on in here and just put this offense together for me. I'll fine-tune it. And we've got this really buddy-buddy friendship, and that's what I want. I don't want some Eric Bieniemy type that's going to come in here and he's going to be, well, this is how we're doing it. And if you don't do it right, there's going to be a lot of problems here. And we don't even need to go down that road, but you get the point, the difference. And this is why Aaron Rodgers has a good relationship with Hackett. And this is why Zach Wilson had no chance to succeed with Hackett.
So again, Aaron wants to win as long as he's comfortable, not pushed, not challenged, and it's with his frat buddy.
Yeah, that's what it is. Aaron Rodgers wants to go somewhere where he's going to be the king and nobody's going to tell him what to do. Because when he was on Green Bay, man, that coaching staff, they told him what to do. He had no control of that offense. You know, he got to that line of scrimmage in Green Bay, and boy, man, if he changed something, he was in big trouble. Give me a break. Give me a break. You could say what you want about how the Green Bay's front office felt about Aaron Rodgers and how they were not going to allow Aaron Rodgers to run the organization. That's completely different. But don't hand me any of this BS he was in Green Bay, that he had like disciplinarian coaches that told him what to do, and that if he didn't do it their way, then, well, you're going to be in trouble, Aaron. We're going to have to bench you. We're going to take your ability to change the play at the line of scrimmage away because you're just doing it too much. Just utter nonsense.
This is why Bill Belichick couldn't get a job and why Aaron going forward, I've predicted, will be irrelevant. Lamar Jackson's crying on the field when he loses. Mahomes is pushed hard, often having verbal exchanges with Andy Reid and formerly Eric Bieniemy. Being coached hard, being uncomfortable,
yes.
Growth.
Yes. Yes, Aaron Rodgers. Yes, let's remember those days in Green Bay for the past 5 or 6 years or 10 years when he was just coached so hard. Yes, Aaron, man, he's just so happy he's away from that. Eric Bieniemy wasn't there in Green Bay, and neither was Bill Belichick and any of the other coaches he mentioned. So, what?
Now, when Brady went to Tampa, you could say, well, Tom wanted certain things. Yes. A Hall of Fame tight end in Gronk.
First of all, what are we doing here? Tom Brady is the greatest player of all time. What are we doing here? I don't even have to. What are we doing here? If Tom Brady wants to do something, because he's going to stick up for the people who are going to say, well, Tom Brady did this, and Tom Brady did that. Yeah, but it's Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady can do whatever he wants, and he can ask for whoever he wants, and he can run the offense the way that he wants. There's just no comparison, okay? Not even Aaron Rodgers. It's not even close. There's no comparison. It's not even close to Peyton Manning. There's nobody close.
Was still great in big games and a bit of a wacko, but Hall of Fame talent, Antonio. Expensive wide receivers. He didn't want old guys who couldn't play anymore or buddies. Tom wanted guys who could still in big games bring it, not Alan Lazard, who was a healthy.
Okay, so what players are out there that Aaron Rodgers, that were called former players of Aaron Rodgers, could have been brought to the Jets? There's only one, and that's Devontae Adams. And that is just going to cost way too much. Impossible. Now, this year may be a better chance. Who knows? Possible. Okay? And I don't think there's going to be any Jet fans that are going to be upset if they make that move. But you can't compare this. These are the players that Aaron Rodgers played with. Now, Tom Brady had the opportunity to play with Gronk. He had the opportunity to play with a couple of players that he played with when they won Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers had Randall Cobb, and he did have Alan Lazard. And who else are we talking about here anyway? I don't care about no stupid offensive lineman. They want to bring Billy Turner into this? Whatever. And who else are we bringing in here? It makes it seem like there's like 8 former Green Bay Packers that were brought in here. This is who he had. Okay? I don't know what else to tell you.
He scratched late in the season and expensive. Again, why Belichick can't get a gig and why Aaron is not relevant.
Why Aaron's not relevant. Aaron is injured and didn't play all season. We'll find out how relevant he's going to be, Colin. Okay? We'll find out. We'll find out next year. We'll find out next year how relevant Alan Lazard is and how relevant Aaron Rodgers is next year when they're healthy. So easy to rip somebody after they get hurt and they're out all season. Boy, how easy that must be.
You've got to be able to sacrifice, collaborate, and win on terms that aren't always yours. You don't.
Isn't it nice that Aaron Rodgers has Colin Cowherd to teach him what he needs to do in order to be a great player? Oh, wait a second. Aaron Rodgers is a great player. What are we doing? What exactly are we doing here? Who are we criticizing here? Are you kidding me? We're criticizing one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of our sport. That's who Colin Cowherd is trying to teach lessons to. One of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of our sport. But he wants to compare him to Tom Brady, who is uncomparable. Nobody can be compared to Tom Brady. Nobody. Because if you're going to be compared to Tom Brady, you're going to lose every time. What are we doing here?
Don't always get your way in this league. Add in a defensive head coach. We know for the 5th straight Super Bowl, offensive coach versus offensive coach. The story went on with 30 sources saying it's not uncommon for team decisions to go through Aaron Rodgers.
You see the way that he's saying it? He's saying it as it's gospel. 30 sources saying, and remember what I said, 30 sources, one person. All it takes is one person to be clumped in to 30. Could have been one person that said this specific thing. and he's going to talk about 30 sources. The story did not say 30 sources said this one thing.
Said an NFL general manager.
Oh.
Rodgers.
It's an NFL general manager. Well, then that must be... They're all gods. Every general manager in the NFL are gods. They're all awesome. What a... if it's an NFL AFC general manager, oh, man. It's got to be somebody with impeccable credentials. It has to be.
Isn't the assistant GM. Joe Douglas is the assistant GM. So I'll say it again. I didn't think they'd be a playoff team this year. I don't think that.
Oh, what a prediction. He didn't think they'd be a playoff team this year. And Aaron Rodgers got hurt, missed the whole season. Wow. You were spot on there, Colin. What a great prediction there, man. Yes, indeed.
They're a playoff team next year.
Because every single person, everybody, as soon as Aaron Rodgers got hurt 4 plays in, predicted the Jets were not going to be in the playoffs.
Here, you win upstairs first. Ugly. Sad.
See? Ugly. Sad. See? It's it. It's gospel. The story's gospel. The sources are gospel. Everything is the truth. This is just sad. They're just sad. Aaron Rodgers is sad. Organization's sad. Hilarious.